Hello, everybody. My name is Akita Akari Aurora, and today we explore GeneKey number 6, the gift of diplomacy, the shadow of conflict, and the CD of peace. Its programming partner is number 36, the gift of humanity. It's a wonderful key to explore. Richard Rudd says, emotional maturity means that your awareness operates even during the most profound emotional states. Lovely. Let's get into the wisdom story. When I grew up, tragedy and violence were all that we knew. Generations of my people had been traumatized and scarred, and conflict was everywhere, between West and East, modern and ancient, wealthy and poor, men and women. As a young girl, I had little power. I could neither speak out against the injustices I witnessed in the world, nor the abuses that happened at home. Always afraid of attack, my body was such a constant state of alert, always afraid of attack, my body was on a constant state of alert. On the outside, I was over attentive, the peacemaker. At any sign of conflict, I'd smooth out the waters, but on the inside, I was nervous and insecure. I feared all men and people that were different from my own. I put up walls around my heart. Once I lost control and bashed out, blaming my father for being a bully and my mother for being a victim, blaming entire nations for harming my people and my people for letting them. My tactless words cut like knives. Overcome with guilt and fear, I begged for forgiveness, spending the next weeks punishing myself and pleasing everyone around me. But the incessant pleasing, like the ruthless blaming, only made things worse. It wasn't until I was invited to visit a local peace group by my great aunt that everything changed. I'd never seen men and women sitting together, listening, supporting, and inspiring each other with such open hearts, honesty, and respect. They were neither guarded nor reactive, and for the first time I experienced the kind of peace and love I'd been longing for my whole life. In the safety of my aunt's embrace, my defenses dropped. I finally faced the pain, powerlessness, and loneliness I'd been hiding from myself and everyone else. I became the leader of this organization for many years, but now I find that peace simply happens wherever I go. My gift to you. I am here to invite you to drop your defenses. Let down your guard. Stop fighting against your own humanity by refusing to see, feel, and accept your inner demons. There is a way to calm emotional waters in your intimate relationships and in the world without repressing or avoiding the truth. There is a way to dissolve seemingly insurmountable barriers to peace, to know precisely when it's time to act, when it's time to speak, and how to speak powerfully, yet from the heart. The true path of peace and diplomacy requires that you fearlessly look at and embrace your own weaknesses. Don't protect yourself from your deepest emotions, and you will find that your timing, communication, and relationships will improve. Naturally, others will want to confide in you, and you will sense just what is needed, even in the most emotionally volatile situations. Your very presence can have the power to shift the energy of a mom shift the energy of a room or a relationship, shift the energy of a mom. Now that's a big job. Peace will do that as well. Your very presence can have the power to shift the energy of a room or a relationship or a situation, I would even add, from one of conflict to one of peace. Questions for contemplation. Do you tend to avoid uncomfortable feelings through peacemaking, or by overreacting and exacerbating, ex, exa, yeah, ex, that exacerbating, exacerbating, that just looks weird seeing it, exacerbating conflict? Is there a current conflict in your life or a place where you are feeling defensive or your guard is up? What do you fear might happen if you stopped working so hard to please certain people? How can you take more responsibility for your feelings and express them in less reactive and more open, honest ways? In what area of your life is a little diplomacy needed, and what is a simple way you can cultivate peace in your life today? Great questions to contemplate. We all need a little more peace in our life, or a lot more peace in our life. And we all are responsible for what manifests in our life. So where there is war, let's make some peace. How can we all become peaceful warriors? Peaceful warriors. GeneKey number 6. The gift of diplomacy, the shadow of conflict, and the seed of peace. We are exploring this from September 15th to September 21st. GeneKey 6 might be in your chart. Go to genekeys.com to get your own keys and see how this key impacts you, but it impacts all of us, you know. So step into becoming the peaceful warrior. That is the code of the week. Code 636, diplomacy and humanity. Activate that code in your own life. Diplomacy and humanity. Have a wonderful week, and let's go into the dragons. The dragons and unicorns always surprise me. I get so excited to see which dragons and unicorns come up to help me ride this journey and ride these keys. All right. Okay, so let's look at the dragons that came out. Beautiful dragons as always, and beautiful unicorn. This week we got 2 dragons, the silver dragon and the golden Atlantean dragon, and I just love the unison of the silver and gold energy coming out. Let's dive into the silver dragon first. The silver dragon is all about accessing our untapped resources. It helps us to illuminate our potential with higher light, and it helps us to look into our soul and see the higher possibilities. So again, the shift from ego to soul, tapping into the 5th dimension. And then it just starts to explain the energy of the silver dragon, and it symbolizes harmlessness, love, peace, tranquility, balance, gentleness, and being calm. It attributes the divine feminine energy, and also that the silver dragon surrounds us with an aura of silver light. And when I was reading all of this silver energy, I started to think about colloidal silver, and just, what the elements of, or the metal silver, does for our body, and why we even wear silver, and how that helps us so much, right? Um, so like I said here, they're talking about tapping into those divine feminine qualities, but also when we look into, like when you look into a silver spoon, you see yourself, right? So this card is talking about us seeing ourselves in the reflection of our highest self and our higher potentialities, right? So the silver dragon helps us to see the highest potential within ourselves. When you look into a silver spoon, you're seeing the silver version of yourself, right? It's your divine magnificence. It's the mightiness of your soul. And it also talks about your I am presence, right? And the collective monad of the I am presence, right? So it speaks about that when we are ready to reveal ourselves and our true self, that this silver energy comes out, right? Because it helps us to shine, right? And it helps us to unveil ourselves and step into the more courageous and magnificent version of ourselves, right? So it's really a beautiful dragon to ride, right? I wrote, reveal to me now the hidden talents I am ready to bring forth for humanity, or for all of humanity. And I am ready to be a diplomat for all of humanity, right? So the silver dragon again, and if you're looking at the card, you can see that the silver dragon is holding a golden key, right? So the silver dragon helps us to unlock 317 coming in, helps us to unlock our highest potential and to see ourselves in that light. Is this reflection energy, right? If you look at the card, you can even, the bottom has this reflection showing thyself. You can see through it, right? So that's, you can see through the silver. And I looked up silver, and just took this from a website online, just talking about the silver element, the silver metal. It's an antimicrobial agent. It's a powerful antimicrobial agent that can help fight infections, heal wounds, and aid in cold and flu prevention. It is when it's positively charged, the silver ions form a conductive field, stimulating the body's natural conductivity, improving blood circulation, body temperature, balance, and overall health. And it just talks about how it also helps with cancer and arthritis and stuff like that. So again, um, gear up with your silver, right? Tap into the silver element, the silver energy, the silver metal, even, get your silver, wear your silver. I wear a lot of copper, but get your silver. When I was younger, I used to wear a lot of silver. All right, so that's the silver dragon. And then the golden Atlantean dragon came out. And like I said, these two were beautiful pairings, the silver and the gold. I just love the teamwork here, right? And the gold, so the golden Atlantean dragon is reminding us to remember the wisdoms of Atlantis, the golden Atlantis era, to awaken and bring back our knowledge, our gifts, our talents, and to reclaim our mastery, right? Isn't that beautiful? So you have the silver dragon saying, hey, look at yourself, see the highest potential within you. And then the golden dragon is saying, yeah, bring back that knowledge from the Atlantean era, when we use the higher heart, we use the higher consciousness, and we lived in harmony and joy and happiness, that fifth dimensional energy. And this is seventh dimensional energy, also tapping into our DNA, right? saying, hey, unlock, remember from the 9-9 reading, and memories of Atlantis. So now we're being asked, unlock those memories. Use your keys and your codes. Tap into the light, tap into the energy, tap into the Mahatma energy, tap into the intergalactic energy, and release these keys and codes for your own mastery. Reclaim your mastery, right? It reminds us again, the golden aura was about soul satisfactions. So people living their fullness, right? Living their soul journeys. And it was about crystals and mind control, right? So when I saw the crystals, I'm thinking also not just the crystals as in the rubies and the amethyst and the clear quartz and all of the lovely crystals, but also the crystalline body, right? And really that's what we're doing again here. We're awakening and building back our crystalline body, right? That body that surrounds our physical body, and clearing out the old wounds. We're using the silver to clear out the old wounds and hurt, the antimicrobial agent, right? To bring us back into our purity, into our pure galactic DNA, right? So that combination of the silver and the gold. And it also mentions the mind control, right? So again, here we are again, being aware of our thoughts, and just realizing that, hey, mind control is happening. Mind control has worked in the past. Mind control will work in the future. So be mindful whom is mind controlling you and who is not, right? Be aware that we have to reclaim, recode, and release. We have to reprogram ourselves because we have been under mind control. So, and if you're not unprogramming, you're definitely being programmed, right? So the golden Atlantean dragon is also reminding us to activate the information held within our DNA. Okay, it's fifth dimensional. It's reminding us again to lay out and to activate our fifth dimensional blueprint that holds information, that is holding information from the Atlantean era. So we have to awaken. We have to reawaken these codes, right? It talks about the clearing of our third eye. Again, the unveiling, right? The silver dragon was talking about unveiling our unveiled self. And the third eye, when we tap into that third eye, we breathe the sun into our third eye, is to reveal, right? It is for clarity, to take away the illusions, right? So the unveiling and the clearing of our third eye allows us to wake up and stand in our powers as the Atlantean masters. So that's a beautiful coming together of, just a lot of the September readings and a lot of the energy that September is giving us to will and weave our beautiful selves into. Okay, so we have the silver dragon reminding us that, look within yourself and see that higher potential, see the soul vision. And you have the golden Atlantean dragon saying, hey, diplomacy, humanity, we can reawaken these codes and build this new golden age in balance, in harmony, and in peace. All right, so we're going on to the unicorn, and the unicorn is just as beautiful as the dragons. And what came out was this beautiful number 32, the cosmic ruby, telling us to be a peace ambassador and to practice cosmic mastery. So, it's just a lovely, lovely merge. GeneKey number 6 of diplomacy, right? Its partner being humanity. The cosmic ruby coming out saying, be a peace ambassador and practice cosmic mastery, right? It's the energy of peace, and let's say wholeness, right? Because peace, we don't want to be in pieces, right? We want to be whole and complete, and which is the energy of 9, right? Being whole and complete. So since we're in September and this is 6 and 9 go together, and its partner is humanity, which is GeneKey 36. So let's just put it all together, 9, right? So we want to be complete, right? We want to be whole, and we want to tap into the wisdom of our past, right? And the wisdom of our being and the wisdom of our soul. This unicorn works with Archangel Uriel, which works on the solar plexus, all about, which is your third chakra, all about your confidence. The red cosmic ruby is red, it's blue, it's gold, right? The red is for action, the blue is for peace and higher communication, and the gold is for wisdom. So when we tap in to this cosmic ruby, we are bringing forth our self-worth, and are bringing forth our confidence so that we can take action with love and common sense. And again, it's just like bringing in all of that energy from last week, the integrated balance evolution, embodying spiritual integrity, and creating technologies that will empower humanity, right? That will keep us all whole and complete and balanced and at peace and wise, right? So that is us practicing our cosmic mastery, stepping up into the new being. It literally says the new and approved version is stepping forward. So this cosmic ruby unicorn is reminding us to, as we step forward, as we advance, as we ascend, as we shed, right? What we are cultivating, what we are forming within ourselves are the new and improved version of ourselves that can operate in wisdom and in wholeness and in calmness, and to communicate with in a serene and a diplomatic way. It says that. I'm not making this up. It says that. And that we are being asked to, this cosmic ruby will help us to look for peaceful and whole solutions, right? So we have to take this on as an individual, and the more and more we take it on within ourselves as an individual, it becomes the collective experience that we all get to experience with each other and through each other. It's also asking us to trust that we are guided and that we will always find the good ways. So it's just giving us some little hints, letting us know that, you can use the cosmic ruby for conflicts. You can use it when enlightened thinking is needed for peace and wholeness. And you can use it where truth expression is being suppressed. The ruby red accelerates our spiritual journey into the intergalactic mastery, or into intergalactic mastery. And that was the whole energy of the Mahatma energy that we tapped into last week. And I have been doing the Mahatma meditations. I have been calling in that energy. I have been activating my 12 chakras. And I really just wanted to use it this week before I taped the recording. So that recording is coming. And every time I do it, I mean, my day is just beautiful. I mean, I have beautiful days, but I really do experience some extra beautifulness on those days. So it has really been a nice experience tapping into that cosmic energy, as well as seeing what I create once I tap into that energy. I share it, but also I receive, and then something uploads out of me, and I love what I see being created from me when I tap into this energy. So again, it's helping us for our own confidence, our own self-worth, and our own inner peace. And as we as individuals step more into that for ourselves, again, we create that experience for others collectively. Okay, so I just wanted to also mention the definitions of these three phases of this GeneKey, because I just love the explanations that Richard used. He says conflict is the battle of the sexes. So think about that from internally, your masculine, your feminine being at battle, right? Diplomacy, dropping your defenses. So being diplomatic. And it just, it made me think of all of the borders in the world, and really the diplomat has no borders. That's what I thought. If we can, dissolve the borders, then these territories and conflicts amongst what seems to be separated, if people can realize how whole and connected we are, so there, like in diplomacy, there has to be this dropping of borders and territories in order for people to be at peace, and then peace, he defines it as building the body of glory. And I just love that, again, that when I think of glory, I think of gloriousness, magnificence, all of that, divinity, the light, and all of that. So building up that light body, so just something to chew on as we explore this week. It ends on the 21st, but it's GeneKey number 6, the gift of diplomacy. And the gift of diplomacy, the shadow of conflict, and the CD of oh my God, I'm forgetting it. The gift of diplomacy. I have it written down. There's so much in my head. The gift of diplomacy, the shadow of conflict, and the CD of peace. The CD of peace. And be a peaceful warrior, don't be afraid to be that peaceful warrior, because peace takes strength. It's not easy responding in a peaceful manner. So step into it. We can all do it. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Peaceful warriors. Love you all.